Hello, this will be a channel message for you for your highest good, and I trust that it found you at the perfect time. I really appreciate you being here with me in this moment, and as always, I love you so much, and I am so proud of you. I was very clear when I set the intention as to who is going to connect with this reading. So if you find yourself in this energetic space right now, and these words are providing you with that soul level resonance and confirmation, the message that I'm getting through for you today in divine timing is that you have done enough. You've done enough. You don't have to work harder, push yourself more. Strive to be this next version of self. Race to be somewhere else. You don't have to do any of that. You've done enough. Even if things in your life don't necessarily feel like they're working in a way that is nice and neat and tidy, and we can put this nice little bow on it, even if the ingredients feel a bit messy right now, you've done enough, and it's okay to rest and receive, because you will get this soul level knowing when it's time to take that next step. You'll be inspired to take action, and this is an intelligence, an intuitive intelligence that we are really learning to trust and embody right now. This is who you really are. Think about like the acorn, or a seed of any variety, right? But we'll just use the acorn as an example. It has an inherent intelligence which allows it to grow. It doesn't have to try to be something that it's not. It doesn't have to calculate and think about how to be the oak tree. It just is. And it just grows naturally and organically. And you are an extension of nature. You are nature. And you have this intelligence inside of you. And it is in your nature to want to grow and learn and expand and move forward. But it's okay to just be. You're a human being. It's okay to bring this into balance and be at peace with where you're at right now. It's okay to rest and receive. That's the first message I'm getting through. It's not even about growing into that oak tree right now. It's about witnessing yourself. All of these parts of you, even the parts that feel messy and unintegrated, the shadow aspects, right? The things that feel undesirable. It's in your nature to integrate these things as the process unfolds in a natural and organic way, right? So you don't have to put pressure on yourself. You're so beautiful and inherently valuable the way you are right now. It's just about being with yourself and holding that energy without trying to be somewhere or distract yourself or take action from a place of fear because it makes us feel better. It makes us feel more productive. That left hemisphere of the brain, that is not the only intelligence that we have access to. Right? And we're learning how to do things in a different way, right? That's the first message I get. And the second message I get, it feels a little bit tangential, a little bit not directly related, but I feel like there's a connection here and it's all going to come together in some kind of way. It's really interesting that I filmed this under this new moon in Scorpio, and we are planting these quiet seeds of intention. And Scorpio is about this deep internal aspect and having this intuitive knowing. But there's a message here about slowly opening up and expressing this authentic truth more and more in a way that feels safe, in a way where we do feel supported and ready to emerge. I get the Moon Maiden card. Like I said, really interesting that I'm filming this under the new moon in Scorpio, and I love that this is card number 41, 41 being the 13th prime number, The 13th card in the Major Arcana is the Death card, which corresponds to Scorpio. And think about it, right? Moon Maiden, the initials MM, M being the 13th letter. So much synchronicity here. And this card says new ideas, beginnings, and curiosity. So bear with me as I read this message. It so beautifully puts words to this energy right now. And it says the Moon Maiden arrives to offer you a new beginning, a new face and facet of yourself that is aching to be shown to the world. Those qualities that you have been quietly cultivating are ready for the limelight. And I love this bit here, right? It says the secrecy was important, for it protected your new face and kept what was precious close to your heart. But now it is time to come forward in full splendor. Announce the new you to yourself first, and reveal it slowly to the world like the waxing moon. Allow others to be surprised by how mature and grown up this side of you is. Now it's time to set yourself free. The Moon Maiden belongs only to herself, and she is summoning the parts of you that challenge convention, that refuse to be intimidated, and that cannot be tamed or put inside a golden cage. Let's go. The Moon Maiden invites you to shine with your own light, to have radiant curiosity, and to ask anyone who offers you a mouthful of dogma, why do you believe this is so? Question everything others assume is a given, and do not collude with the drama around you. Become an unpredictable being, yet an eminently reliable friend. The Moon Maiden invites you to answer only to yourself and reminds you that you are not anyone's property. Be true to your soul's calling, even as some around you in a relationship or a job want to capture your light inside a bottle. You know how to rise to the occasion just as unfailingly as the moon does. So this is your time, and like the card said, we can do this slowly, like the waxing moon, in a way that feels safe, in a way that builds momentum, in a really organic way. And maybe there's something here about feeling safe to be seen as the person who doesn't have it all figured out in a nice, tidy, linear way. Feeling safe to be seen as that person who is still finding themselves, who is still healing, right? But is worthy of emanating that love. Still, we're all just out here trying our best. And there may be some really important conversations, some honest conversations happening right now with yourself or with the people around you about what your needs and your desires truly are, what your authentic truth really is, and what it is you really want to experience in this world. And it might feel like you're leaving something behind right now. You're leaving behind a relationship or a situation, or maybe it's just this old way of being where we've, leveraged privacy and secrecy to make ourselves feel safe because it wasn't the right time. There's something that it might feel like you're leaving behind right now, an old identity or a situation that we've invested a lot into emotionally. But I'm talking to somebody who knows how to show up for themselves, talk to themselves in the right way, and support themselves through this. And I'm talking to somebody who's really starting to see just how inherently valuable they really are. Page of Swords here. Like I said, important conversations taking place with yourself or with others. It's also a card of getting more information, doing research right now, learning. I feel like many of you have been low-key kind of preparing yourself for this next chapter, preparing yourself so that you can walk away from this old pattern or this old situation with the Eight of Cups here. Pisces energy. Remember that Moon Maiden card? It did say curiosity too. It's very Page of Swords. And I see the Page of Swords as somebody who is preparing for this journey because you've got the mountains like way in the background of this card, like getting more information in order to prepare for this journey. And the best way to do this is to be open and curious and just work with what's in front of us and try to be so incredibly present with what's being put in front of us and be present with how we're feeling right now. Like I was saying before, witness all parts of ourselves and be really curious and open as to what's coming in next. Because these old cycles, these old chapters, these old relationships, they don't have to define us. That doesn't have to be our truth. You guys are giving yourself permission to rewrite your story in whatever way you would like that to look. Spirit's saying you can make your own rules here. Many of you might resonate with this. This thing's coming to me right now. It's like learning the rules so that we know how to break them is a bit of an old trope. Like you're learning a new skill or the framework of something, or you're getting deep into some kind of creative or spiritual practice and learning some kind of existing framework around that so that you can break those rules and do things in your own unique way. And you might be really admiring other people around you who are doing this, certain artists, right? Certain creators, where it feels like in these spaces, some of the rules are just like going out the window. And all of us are really feeling free to step into this space where we have creative freedom and so much creative, limitless potential. But it can be a bit scary, right? Because we're working with the unknown here. The Eight of Cups, walking away from something that's really familiar and moving into that next step of the journey when we feel ready, when it feels like it's the right time, and moving into the unknown, right? And we don't have to race or rush to fill that space. And filling the space and taking up space within that moment of pause might feel pretty familiar. But like I was saying before, it's okay to just be right now. It's okay to just be with yourself. It's okay to rest and receive the support that you need as you go on this journey. And it's okay to be the student in all of this, right? It's okay to feel like we don't have it all figured out. It's okay to feel like we're in the Three of Swords. It's okay to feel like we're dealing with some really difficult emotional material, right? And it's okay to use our voice and express that and say, look, I need support right now. I need help. I'm not feeling so good. Some of you, right? Like, all of it's okay. This is about radical self-acceptance right now. And working with some kind of like familiar pattern or neural connection when it comes to anxiety in the mind. Again, wanting to fill this empty space. I get the Nine of Swords. Still integrating a lot of information from the past is what I'm getting. Like, give yourself permission to just be and allow these thoughts to flow through you like a stream, and just allow that natural intelligence of the body to heal these things in their own time as you just hold space for yourself. As you just hold that energy and witness these unintegrated parts and notice where there might be a temptation to move things forward, like the Knight of Swords in reverse, in a way that is not necessarily going to serve us right now. The old way, the old pattern, the old way that we would take action is not going to serve us anymore. This is what we're leaving behind right now. And it just feels a little bit restricting with all of this Saturnian energy. Eight of Cups, Three of Swords, you know, Saturn in Pisces, Saturn in Libra, alongside the Page of Swords. Like, we're learning. We're learning in a really big way right now. And sometimes simple is better. Sometimes just being present with the things that are in front of us, being present to the day-to-day and not extending our awareness too far into the future, that's really helpful. It can help with the overwhelm. And when we do think about the future, trying to shift into that state of positivity and being excited for all of the amazing things that are available to us in the future. And I get the Hierophant here. So we're grounding down this new foundation in our life. And these are things that take time. Again, the relationship with this Saturn energy here, these things just take time as we heal the body, as we heal the nervous system, and we witness and heal these unconscious patterns. It's okay to take our time with this. The Hierophant corresponds to Taurus, which is a very slow, patient, consistent energy. And we're grounding down a new foundation for our life. And right now, you might be moving through this really clarifying, revelationary kind of energy, even if it's not necessarily about the logic, but it's more about how your body feels and getting that intuitive feeling that there's something in my life that I need to let go of. This real revelationary energy as to what we want this foundation to look like, and trying to build a foundation here that honors our needs, honors play, right? Honors our emotional well-being and fulfillment. The things that we want to fill up our day doing. What is your dream schedule? What does your dream day look like? Start there, right? If you're leaning into some kind of visualization or manifestation practice, what would be your dream day? What would that schedule look like? And it's going to be something that honors this playful, celebratory energy, this curious energy, this energy that wants to have fun and connect with other people and learn in a way that feels good, doesn't feel so harsh and rigid. Again, moving away from putting that pressure on ourselves and building a foundation in our life energetically, one day at a time, very patiently, building that foundation that honors our real emotional needs, our inner child's needs, right? And when we start to do this, and we move out of that Knight of Swords in reverse energy and more into this playful, curious, yet consistent and intentional energy, where we're setting appropriate boundaries and allowing our attention and our focus to be poured into the things that we want to see more of. As we do this, things start to pick up speed. 8 of Wands, we start to feel inspired. 17:17 on the clock as I say this. Things start to land. We start to take action, and this visionary, inspired, expansive energy, it starts to land as opportunities. And we can meet these opportunities as the Queen of Wands. Somebody who has emerged as this new version of self, in this new energy, this new identity. Somebody who feels safe in that. Somebody who feels confident in that. Somebody who can be seen as that. Somebody who can be seen as inherently worthy. And somebody who is so creative. The Queen of Wands has an abundance of creative potential, and she sees the value in that. And as a collective, we're really starting to see the value in this conscious imagination, this conscious dreaming, really valuing that magical, visionary energy. And as you start to value that more and more, and that becomes your new subconscious program, your external reality shifts around this like magic, and your external starts to reflect people, places, and things that really value your creativity, your imagination, and your magic. You're on the journey, guys, and this is your confirmation that you're doing it, and you've done enough. It's okay to just be right now. It's okay to rest and receive the resources, the opportunities, the support. And you will know intuitively on a soul level when it's time to keep moving things forward in a way that is so passionate and exciting and fulfilling and rewarding, because it is off the back of so much self-exploration, actualization, integration. You have done so much to get here, guys, and you are so worthy of creating this life, creating your own rules and doing things in a way that you want to do them. Leaving behind these boring and heavy cultural scripts and feeling safe to just show up as yourself. Even when you feel like a noob and you don't have all the answers, or you feel tired, or you feel like you're in a certain emotion, it's okay to be witnessed as these things, because again, you are inherently valuable as you are. Just like the acorn. Just trying to get some advice here before we close things out, right? Maybe the advice is just to take that big deep breath and integrate what has been said in the past 20 minutes here, and we don't have to fill that pause. And I am very much on this journey with you guys in a big way. I'm learning how to do this, and I'm so grateful that I get to exist in this really safe space where I can just show up as myself and be received so gracefully by you guys. I so deeply appreciate it. It just means the world. And I don't even necessarily have the words to explain to you how that feels. I get the 5 of Cups and the Queen of Wands as the advice. Right? The old twofer. The old twofer on the Queen of Wands, right? This is you guys. This is what you're embodying, right? And like this card was saying, this Moon Maiden, we don't have to rush to make this happen right away. We can slowly and organically allow ourselves to emerge as this true, authentic version of self, right? The 5 of Cups, Scorpio energy, so poetic right now. And it is all about being with yourself, witnessing yourself right now, all parts of you, and just holding that space, holding that energetic charge, and allowing it to resolve. As we pour that energy and that attention into ourself without trying to run away, as we hold that energy, it begins to heal. It begins to integrate. We're communicating through a mind-body connection that it's safe now. It's safe to feel at peace. It's safe to receive. It's safe to rest and relax. And from that place of having a full cup when we feel ready, it is safe to create whatever life we would like to experience. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for sharing this beautiful, safe, magical, visionary, expansive, safe space with me. I said safe twice. Let's go. How good. So safe. So safe here. I feel so good. Hey, sitting in front of the camera and doing these readings. It's just my favorite thing. My favorite thing might actually be reading all of the comments, right? So with that being said, thank you so much for supporting me and showing up here with me every day. And thank you for being yourself. Thank you for honoring your needs. And thank you for being a part of this incredible collective movement. And I absolutely cannot wait to do it all again in the next reading. So much love to you guys. Bye-bye.